Hi everyone, Alina from Xmate Mastery here. I'm back again today because the video I released yesterday had some major errors that I did not catch. So thank you to Ben over there at LinkedIn. He's one of our people that follows us and he brought this to my attention. So thank you for that. I have had a lot of my plate lately and I didn't actually do the math when I wrote the estimate. I was just kind of really excited to get the information to you guys and didn't notice the error. So today I'd like to show you what the error was for one, and then secondly show you how to correct it and some other thoughts about what you can do with line item credits. So that's what this video will be about, what not to do on your line item credits, and then also how you can work around them and use a different tactic if that's what you wish to do. So let's go take a look at how we can correct this and also the options that we have with line item credits. So here's the estimate that I made an error on. And what I did was I had the removal of the 20-year and the replacement of the 20-year, but the replacement was the credit line item. So don't get caught up on what credit line items are yet. Let me just go ahead and clear the slate and show you what should be done. So I tried to oversimplify things here on this estimate when I should have just done it the way that I do it every single day. So here is what I normally do. What I normally do is I recreate the original statement of loss. So this is all the items that the adjuster paid on the original estimate. You've got your remove, your replace shingles, you've got your felt, your vent, exhaust caps, and flashing with pipe jacks. Of course, there's a lot other stuff missing here, but I just want to focus on the 3-tab 20-year shingle. So what we're saying is that we no longer can get that 20-year shingle line item or material, if you will, from our supplier. So therefore we have to have the 25-year shingle paid for on the estimate, and we're going to credit back the adjuster the original 20-year shingle. So in order to do that, you have to first have the 20-year shingle added to your estimate in some manner. So the way that I do it is I show this is what has been paid, Mr. Adjuster. Here's what I'm asking for. So what I say in my line item note is our supplier does not carry 20-year. We have to use a 25-year. Please see the attached supplier letter. So I do send documentation proving that the supplier no longer carries those 20-year shingles. So I add that to the item list first. Then I subtract out the line item that I want to replace the 25-year with. So we're going to take off that $5,291.50, as you can see, zeroing out the line item above. So now we're left with the correct amount of $5,443 for the shingle replacement. The removal is correct because we are removing 20-year shingles, so I'm not even going to look at that line item. It's just the replacement line items that we're looking for here. The other way that I've seen this done is some will take the amount of the replacement 25-year shingles, subtract out the replacement 20-year shingles and say there's a $151.51 difference. They'll come in here and change this to a bid item, or it could be a miscellaneous item if you're more comfortable with that. And they'll put in here 25-year shingle must be used. They'll put in the difference, which, what did I say, 151.51? And they won't even bother with the credit item. So that's an alternative way of doing it, saying that the replaced price, the difference between the two shingles, is $151 at the end of the day. And they don't even mess around with the credit item because they say that's too complicated. The adjuster doesn't understand it that way. So there's two schools of thought. I'm here to give you options. I'm not here to tell you which way is right or wrong. I just like to provide you with the way that you can explore and see what works for you, what's easiest for you to work with the adjuster. We've always had a good response with that credit item because then the adjuster can see mathematically how in their estimate that they could do that and just take off the old line item, replace it with new. But some people have found that this works, so that they can just add a line item here saying that the difference between the two shingles is, the $151 and change. And you can use this for step flashing, L flashing, that is copper, and they only paid for regular galvanized on your estimate. You need copper, you can do this sort of thing. We see this a lot with pipe jack flashings, where there's a split boot, but they only paid a regular pipe boot. Those kinds of items can be addressed this way using either the credit line item or just doing the difference in the math itself. Whatever works for you, that's what you want to roll with. I I appreciate you watching this video, even though it's kind of a duplication of yesterday, and I'm glad that you could see what the differences were. Just again to show you that bad estimate that I wrote yesterday. The reason this was wrong was there's no line item to support the credit of the 20-year shingle. So basically I'm subtracting out $7,300 from the $79,000, which is not correct. What we should have done here was added back in that RFG 220, and then it would have had a place to zero out itself, since there would have been a line item to account for it. So here is what the correct version would have looked like. If I would have put that back in, we could have put it right up here, and that would have been the better way of doing things. So whether you want to include it in the estimate in this manner, I find this to be a bit confusing, and that's how I got confused. Or if you want to kind of follow our way that we supplement, we create a list below so that you can clearly delineate what you're asking for. Either use the credit line item or subtract out the amount and just work with the amount. Whatever you think that would be easiest to deal with the adjuster out in the field. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Alina Wilson with Xtimate Mastery. If you like this, please press the like button below. And please subscribe to our channel for all the updates in the future. And if you want more information on what we do, I am rolling out a new Begin to Master Xactimate course on our website. So if you're a beginner to Xactimate and you want to get some fundamentals under your belt, you can now go to our website and look at that course and purchase it straight from the website. Our website address is www.xm8mastery.com. Hope to see you next week, and I hope you have a great week in your business.